St. Mark's has grown so much over many years, and especially over these last few years. As you can see, our numbers are increasing. As I said in the announcement, our need for and our provision of outreach increases even in the middle of a pandemic. But we find ourselves that in order to grow, in order for us to answer that sacramental requirement to go out and be God's hands, we need to raise some money so that we can become whole, and whole in a number of areas. Any of you who have been with us through a winter knows that you can quite often see buckets around the place because our whole roof was meant to be replaced about 10 years ago and needs to be replaced. Our air conditioners are, almost ready to give up, and they need to be replaced as well. And so we're launching a capital campaign. And originally it was going to be just for the roof and air conditioning. But we prayed about it, and we thought about it, and we listened to God. And God clearly told us, new roof and air conditioning are really important. We have to be good stewards to look after the building in which we're in. But that's not it. Our capital campaign should not just be for a roof and for air conditioning. And so we've expanded our capital campaign. Originally, we were going to do it for just over 100,000. Our capital campaign now has got a target of $250,000. And I'll come back to that. The more important is, what do we want to do? So 4 things. The first is the roof and the air conditioning. Second is to strengthen some of the wholeness around outreach. And so we have got an area out there with something which goes by the name of a kitchen. I almost don't want to say any more because that's enough. We need to improve our kitchen. And we also, in non-pandemic times, and we hope to come back out of this, offer showers on our pantry days as well. And at the moment, we bring showers in from the diocese. We don't know whether they're going to continue. Those showers are getting old as well. And so, can we find a way to provide showers here in the building? And today is not the day for us to come up with answers. But we know that somehow God will help us to find a way in which we can get showers in the building and be part of our outreach. So that's the second thing. Third thing, I think you'll all agree that we've increased our family ministry with Kathleen, and just what a joy and what central part to us our younger members are, and that important ministry. It's part of our DNA. It's part of our theology. And what do? We send them out either to sit between semi-rotting vegetables or hide in the kitchen. See previous notes. And so if it's important to us, then we really need to provide provision for families. And we have this area. It's the first time I've been able to say this and actually point to it. We have this area just as you come in through here. And I want you to picture a glassed front room, which will become a children's family ministry room. And so the kids can see into the sanctuary, parents can see their kids. It's a safe, it's inviting, and it's a warm area. If families are important to us, and they are, then that needs to be part of the capital campaign. That's number 3. And then this whole campaign is about wholeness. And so we want to build a reserve. Sometimes people don't want to talk about money, but we need to build a reserve so that when the next thing happens, we're not scrambling to get over it, but we've been good financial stewards of the gifts that God has given us. And being part of that stewards is being able to respond to needs as they come up. So we need to build a reserve. But also within that reserve, we want to set up a new fund for new ministries. And Howard and I were with the bishop this week, and she was super excited. I've never seen a bishop more excited than she was. And just how supportive she is. And she said to us, what's your new ministry fund for? And it was the one question I couldn't answer. It is for new ministries, for the things that we don't know what we're going to be doing. But when we come up with those ideas and when that need presents to us, then we want that fund to be able to be our foundation and, a starting point for that ministry. So 4 areas: the building, the roof, and the air conditioning. Outreach, with a kitchen and with showers. Family, with a new family room. And reserves, both for the building and for new ministry. And all of that comes through the Wholeness. You may be sitting there going, is Father Richard going to come and knock on my door and ask for $250,000 at 1 o'clock this afternoon?
I'm coming with them.
We're going to invite every single one of you to join us in this campaign. And the invitation is the most important thing. When we invite you, some of you may be able to make a big donation over 2 years, and we will thank you for that, and we'll rejoice in that. Some of you may be able to give just a very small amount. We want to invite you to be part of that. Because although we have a target, the important thing is to take part, to join us, to be part of that moving forward, so that you can say to the people out in the community, prepare ye the way of the Lord. And so we will be coming, but it's that invitation. I've already made some visits, and I know some other people have as well, and it's important for us to build relationships as well. It's a chance for a lot of us to come and sit and find out about your lives, and find out, renew friendships and build friendships. So that's important. So I invite you to join us on this capital campaign, and at the same time to renew your pledges. This is stewardship pledge season as well, and the two are different. So we're going to be coming to you, asking you for your 2022 stewardship pledge and the capital campaign, which can be over 2 years. Lots of people have stepped up to help put this in place, and you may have heard of it going on. That's because we've been putting the processes in place. We've visited some of our donors, but today is the public launch. So thank you to everyone who has been involved in setting this up. Howard has agreed to be our capital campaign chair, and Joanna, his assistant. And we've been asking for a couple of donations just to get us started. And so I feel like a PBS pledge drive.
Get to it.
So, Howard, can you take it from here, but start off maybe with what our current pledge total is?
So our goal is $250,000. And that sounds lofty. We have commitments of $153,000. That's even loftier, because most campaigns, when they start, they'll have 30%, maybe 40%. 50% is considered a home run. So we're going to make this. We're going to make this. And we're going to make this by all working together. When I came as the app chair. And that is perceived with scarcity. St. Mark's is struggling, go help them. And over the course of 2 years, we came up with a strategic plan. And then we found out we didn't have any money. And again, that's operating out of scarcity. We needed a new roof. We needed air conditioning. We needed money. But over the past few months, things changed. And instead of talking about what we need, we started thinking in terms of what if? What if we didn't have to be spending money on more buckets? What if our air conditioning worked and we could keep our food fresher? What if we had a kitchen that we could actually serve food out of that was food safe? What if we had showers? What if we had a Sunday school room that would honor our kids? And what if we had to buy something bigger than a box of paper clips that we didn't have to go to the diocese on, and that we could claim our own autonomy? And guess what? We found out we could do that by thinking about the what if instead of thinking about what we need. So as I look around this room, I see that I'm looking at people from all walks of life. And we're all here for a different reason. But not any of us, I believe, are here by chance. We're supposed to be here. Some of us just don't know the reason. I came as a chairman of the app committee because the bishop asked me to. Father Richard asked me to join this church, and I respectfully said, no, thank you. Joanna started coming and helping with the altar guild. And so when she started coming, somebody said to her, why do you go to St. Mark's? And her answer was, God is in this building. So we joined the church. And we support the capital campaign because we want to, because we're enthusiastic about it, because we believe in the hope and the wholeness of what this campaign can do. And in a very short time, we've sort of become full-like members. So I would invite you all to do the same. Each and every one of you, with your prayers, with your enthusiasm, and yes, with your checkbooks. Because our success is going to be based on everybody joining in, big and small, all in or partially in. But that's how we're going to make this work, and we're going to be a small, strong congregation. So, this is our church home. For some of us, it's a short time. For some of it's for a long time. But my invitation to you is to join in taking care of our home, our physical home and our spiritual home, during this season of hope and expectation and joy. So thank you. Call my assistant if you want to make a pledge. Otherwise, we'll be calling you. Thank you.
Just a point of clarification. This is your church home for a long time.